very tired, very fatigued, and the society sent him to Devon, Teignmouth in Devon. They paid for him to go there to recover, to recuperate. Now it was here that Muller said that he had a revelation. Way! They were all clamouring for revelations. This is the second revelation he had. That the Bible was true, and that he should study the Bible. Oh yeah. He declared, I'd never read the Bible. Never read the Bible. Well, this is in 1829. He's supposed to be converted in 1825. This is 4 years on. What did they teach in the theological school in Prussia? That Halle theological school. He never read the Bible. Never studied the Bible. I take that as a con. I take that he's saying that he has read the Bible through the theological school. He must have read it at some stage. I mean, let's face it, if he was born again in 1825, the first thing he would do is open up the Bible as a child of God, seeking the sincere milk of the Word. He's born to the Scriptures. He's born in the Scriptures. The seed of the Scriptures is with him. He's born of that seed, one to the other, like for like. But no, for 4 years he's not opened the Bible. Oh yeah, right. Equally in those times, people knew the Bible and would read the Bible. Now he says he never opened the Bible, never studied it for himself. And he calls this his second conversion. How many more conversions do you want? Come on. I mean, we're Christians. We don't go for second conversions. We only go for one conversion by the law of God. Conviction to conversion. Alright? But it's all fancy words. It's a fancy age. It's a theatrical age. It's a dark age. And things like this would come along with their theatre, with their new words, with their new expressions, with their new doctrines, with their new little gods, tin pot gods. And then of course you see, by saying that he never studied the Bible, this sets the piece, the groundwork, that then should follow, that he earnestly studied the Bible, earnestly prayed over the Bible, earnestly meditated over the Bible, you see? Now we're not saying that Muller said this. He may have said it. But within this nominal neo-evangelical setup, there is poetic license. They tell a story. They have a beginning, a middle and an end to their story. And they hype things up so it isn't a mundane story. So we have the setting. Muller, George Muller, the Prussian, sitting there in Teignmouth, Devon, and he's realised by revelation that he should study the Bible. I just wonder how he passed out of theological college without studying the Bible. It's mind-bending, isn't it? But this is it. This is all the chaos and confusion of the parts that come. No wondrous web we weave when we first practice to deceive. Okay? And whilst he's studying the Bible, God, he said, showed him things. And he goes on with this. God showed him this, God showed him that, God. And as he's going on, you've got your Moody's and the like. God showed me this, God showed me... There were all these little men going round saying, God showed me this, God... And who wasn't God showing things to? The average, normal Christian. And the average, nominal Christian. You got all these gods, you see, coming up out of the earth. God's with me. No, he's not. He's with me. No, he's not. God's spoken to me. You know. And this is how it was. And they were called men of God. Well, I'm a man of God and you're a man of God, if you're a Christian. There's nothing special about us, except for the fact that God chose us. That's all. We're all on the same level. We're all sitting around the same table of the Lord. There's only one. That's Jesus Christ at the head of the table, not Muller. Huh? Not Christmas Evans. Not J. N. Darby. Ooh, hey. Well, certainly him. But there's none of these men that are promoted to be great men are sitting around that table. Not one of them. If you have not got the doctrine of Christ, you're none of his. Lord, Lord, have I not done this in thy name? These great works. And I shall say to them in that day, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. You never came by the law. You're lawless. Oh, but I've got a great name. I've got a great name amongst the world. I've got a great name amongst people. I've done all these miracles. I. Oh, I'm a great prophet. A great dreamer of dreams. And they all were, you know. In their dreams, God spoke to them. God said do this. God said do that. God said do the other. Hey? Great dreamer of dreams. Follow this God, follow that God, follow the other God. Oh, God showed him things whilst he was also showing other people different things. And all over the place. God, these people are declaring God is chaos. Because God showed him this thing, and another man says, oh no, God showed me this thing, which is contrary to what you are to. Your God has spoken to you. And of course, God, one of the things that God spoke to this man, all right, apart from the fact that he didn't speak to him of conviction to conversion, is that Christ will come and reign. Christ is going to come and reign on the earth for 1,000 years. Oh yeah, right. Anyhow. God told him. And can you believe this? Equally, God told him not to have anything to do with commentaries. Again, you see, the setting is, I am a mighty man of God because God is telling me these things and he is keeping me away from the influence of other people, of the brethren in the faith. God doesn't do that. He doesn't split the society of faith. God inspires commentaries. And bring me the books, says Paul to Timothy. Bring me the books. Oh no, says Muller. Oh no. So has God got a confusion? This again, he's directing to another God, a God of self. Putting himself up as, oh, the master, a tin-pot God. And people should look to him. He's going to read the Bible. God's going to give him the perfect interpretation of the Bible without any commentaries. I must confess I don't read commentaries, but I have occasionally. If I feel there is something more here, I will go to a commentary and judge whether or not that commentary in what it is saying is in line with the scriptures, because it is. It should be very plain to us if it is. Okay? But of course, nowadays, commentaries are the things that are placed in front and in place of the Bible. And it's, C.H. Spurgeon says this, and it's all neo-evangelicals, by the way. C.H. Spurgeon says this, and Smith Wigglesworth did this, and Billy Graham did this, and it's all the enemy that's being quoted. Anyhow, this fella sets himself up as the supreme apostle. More than the Apostle Paul, who needed books at one stage. Okay? This man is going to set himself up. And does so. But you see, if you were there at the time, and we forget this, if we were there at the time of this man's life, and we were down the street from this man, we would know the truth, because we would see it with our eyes. It's not the truth that is being written up of him, and probably some quotes by him in his own biography. Okay? It's like everything else in life. I mean, come on, have we not seen it? Have we not heard the propaganda of something, and we've gone out to examine it, and it's not there? Hang on a minute. Hang on. I just heard that this and this and this has gone off. It's not going off. But you see, once that thing is aired over your TV, your devil's vision, okay. Oh, it's real. But hang on a minute, I've been outside and it's not real. There's a fella, some months ago, he was sitting in front of the devil's vision, and he noticed the street. Alright. And there was this officer on the street, and he said, we got all the officers out. This was in Bootle, Merseyside, and he got out on the street, all these officers, got the vans, everything. This is on the TV, live, they said, live, okay? So this fellow went out, and he thought, this looks nice. He said he went away and went out, he said. Couldn't see a picking thing. There's nothing. But hang on a minute, it's live. It says so, live. And the man, the officer, senior officer, said it was live, it was happening then. And he'd gone out. And there was nothing. And he walked around a very large area where we lived, and there was nothing. But you see, the thing is, persons outside that area would think, quite naturally, that's live. You see, what I'm saying is that what is presented to us, unless we're there or have some other means of defining if it's true, we can be beguiled in accepting it to be true. Okay? Now this man is setting himself up either by himself or by his by his writers, okay, to be the man. Okay, now then, whilst in Devon, he meets his wife, okay, Mary Groves. And a person called Anthony Groves. Anthony Groves was a dentist who, the story goes, okay, let's get into this. The story goes, and it continues to go, because this is all a story, all right? Now he gave up his dentistry business, and of course years of training down the Swanee, and he wanted to live by faith. All right. And this influenced Muller. Now this man, Anthony Groves, who was a brethren, part of the brethren movement that was taking hold in those times, He was going out in faith for the Lord to provide all his needs. Oh, you say, oh, that's brilliant. No, hang on a minute. Hang on. Oh, whoa. This is where we come back to the Puritan and the Reformation period when these boys were around. And these boys were told straightly, you get a job or you don't get fed. Don't expect others to feed you and to give you money to feed you. All this mysticism, that's all it is, mysticism, was held in check. But of course the Puritans went. Their day was over. And all these blackguards came out. Now there's nothing wrong with being a dentist. Why did they give it up? So the story. Or was he just lazy and gave it up? The Bible teaches us that if we will not work, we shall not what? Eat. Okay. That is to those who refuse to work. Not those who cannot find work. Those who refuse. This dentist refused. If this is was a true story, he refused to work. He had the capability to work. He could continue to work in a very well-paid job. He's defying God, the rules of God. God has laid down the rules. Okay, but they're introducing another way of life within this satanic age, with its satanic mills. Alright? And he claimed that God would provide for him. Okay? Sold out for God, he claims. And Muller said, oh, right, if you can do that, I can do that. I can be sold out for God. You know, God is looking at us, each one of us even now. Sold out for God. What can you give God? Hey, I'm sold out for God. Wasn't even a question. It not come the narrow way. Friend, how camest thou in to profession of faith without having the wedding garment on? Now at this stage, he began to get children. Okay, 4 children. And he had to provide for them, did Muller. Okay. Now, he'd got a job. Okay? Well, yeah, he'd got a job. Sorry, at Ebenezer Chapel. As a minister. At the age of 25, he took up the ministry of Ebenezer Chapel in Teignmouth, Devon. Now you say, well, that's fine, you know, a minister. But he wasn't actually a minister. This again, I tell you, it's chaos and confusion. He was appointed as a minister, went as a minister. And then he changed the ministry. He first of all is said to have done away with the paying of the seats in the pews. That came from Anglicanism. The idea was that when you went into a chapel, church, okay, the first few seats at the front, if you got money, you could pay to sit there, you see, and that paid for the ministry. What he did was abolish that. Fair enough, that's how it should be. You should abolish it. But of course Anglicanism wanted the money. Money. Okay? It's like Romanism, wanted the money. And he put a box at the back. He didn't pass the box round. He was supposed to, according to the story, put a box at the back. If he did, he did. If he didn't, he didn't. Okay? But so far it's just been a whole poetic license of a story told of his life. That is the dealings of his life. Anyhow, he's the minister. He abolishes that. Was this commendable? It is commendable. He's still a sinner. The sinners do some things, that are commendable. Beyond, sometimes, what Christians do. They stagger us. And they can show mercy more than Christians sometimes do. Doesn't make them any better. They're still on the way to hell. And we wish them on the way to heaven. Well, he began to change the ministry to an open door affair, to be Spirit-led. He had the elders, unpaid elders. Himself would take the contributions that the people would leave as his wages. And on a seventh day, Christian seventh day, Christian first day, people would attend in the morning and it would be Spirit-led. Yeah, Spirit-led, that's what they said. That's what they said. And it was all around the United Kingdom and in America. This term, Spirit-led. You didn't need a shepherd, an under-shepherd. Oh, no, God has put under-shepherds. Oh, no, says neo-evangelicalism. We'll get rid of the under-shepherd. The minister, the pastor, get rid of them. Open forum, anybody, get up, give a word. Have you got a word? Spirit-led. Everything was about the Spirit in those days. Spiritism itself had a revival. Oh, yeah. Neo-evangelicals talked about revival of salvation, revival of the church and all this business. JWs had a revival. They claimed to have a revival. Oh, a massive revival. JWs. The Russellites,